This episode of the Local Hustlers podcast is brought to you by Audible. If you're listening to this podcast right now, then I'm going to assume that you would also enjoy listening to audiobooks. Whether you're interested in business, history, comedy, science fiction, or romance, Audible has thousands of titles for you to choose from. We want you to try out Audible for free, so if you head to our link, you'll get a 30-day free trial and a free book. So go to audibletrial.com/localhustlerspodcast to redeem your trial today. Again, that's Audible, AUDIBLE, trial.com/localhustlerspodcast.
You're listening to the Local Hustlers Podcast, your go-to source for connecting with small businesses and entrepreneurs in the East Valley. Get ready to be inspired by local entrepreneurs as they share their stories, mindset, best tips, and advice. And now, your co-hosts, Dallin and Eric Huso.
I was so intrigued by what you were saying earlier, where you only want people to stay with you for a year, which most business owners will just 100% disagree with because of the issue of turnover, the costs that come with that, the time that comes with training new people. So how do you deal with some of those, I guess, the negative sides of having people only with you for a year, having to spend time looking for new people, training new people, the costs that come with that as well? How do you balance that with obviously the positives of letting people move on or move up in the company?
I think I learned especially over the last year, that where a lot of entrepreneurs have a hard time dealing in business, like the hard things for an entrepreneur in business comes from their inability to recognize the difference between facts and problems. When people treat facts like a problem, they spend so much time, effort, and energy on something that cannot be solved, right? And when people confuse if it's a problem and they treat it as a fact, then they don't act upon it to change it, right? So when I created the business, I created it and I said, it's going to be a fact. That's a fact. That's not a problem. It's a fact that we will have a very high turnover.
Yeah.
People will be coming and going at all times, right? And what a lot of people complain about that, then I said, well, think about yourself. Would you be a home cleaner on a close to minimum wage pay for over a year? And the reality is that 99% of the people will say no. I'm like, okay, well, the fact is nobody likes to do that job. Why would I expect my employees to do what I'm not willing to do? I don't want to do that, right? Why would you be expecting an employee to stay with you for over a year, right? So you are now treating a fact as if it was a problem. It's not even a problem. It is what it is. It's a fact, right? So the second I came to terms with it and I said, gosh, I would hate to be doing that myself, right? Then I said, well, then let's set up a system to where we have an ongoing parade of people coming to interview for a job. Mm-hmm. And as I know that people that I hired today, they have a tentative expiration date for a year from today, but let's start looking for somebody that will take that place. And we'll just keep this little factory going, right? Now, most people see it as a downside because they say, gosh, you're going to have to interview so many people. Me, I get so excited because now that means that instead of having one person that I can mentor and help change their life, just like other people have done to me, now I'll get an opportunity to do it over and over and over and over again because of the system that is created.
Yeah.
So, if an entrepreneur will love to hire 20 people and have 20 people work with them for 50 years, right? I'm happy that over 50 years, I have to change those 20 employees. That means you do the math. I'm not good with math, but 100, 1,000, 10,000 people, I'll get to mentor, to be part of their lives. And maybe a little selfish, like I'll get to take some credit on the success that they build later in life.
Yeah.
Right? I would love to, when I'm old, look back and say, gosh, that person worked with me and now they have their own business. That girl that worked with us, now she is a veterinarian and she's saving a lot of puppies, right? I love that, right? It doesn't come... I learned from Ben Funk the principle of abundance. He told me that there is wealth and time and people and money. It's unlimited. There's a ton of it. So I should never hold on to just one. So when I came to terms that the fact is, in my business, I will always have a lot of people coming and going. It honestly doesn't bother me. I love it. If they want to decide to leave, it's time for them to leave. They want to leave. They want to quit if we want to call it really ugly. We have to fire them. It's happened. That's a fact. We knew that was going to happen. It's not even a problem. It doesn't take my sleep. I don't sweat it. I don't stress over it. I'm not freaking out. it's a fact. It's not a problem. It's a fact. That's going to happen. It's not going to change. So over the last year, I learned to differentiate the difference between a fact and a problem. And turnover for us is a fact. It's no longer a problem for us.
I love that distinction between fact and problem. I've never heard it before. Where'd you learn that? Did you just...
Well, once again, my friend Hector, who I love, I need to send him the link to listen to this.
You better be listening.
When I was doing sales is not a skill game. It's a mind game 100%, right? So when I was doing sales, my brain tricked me and gave me helped me make up a lot of problems. I'm not feeling good. It's too hot. I'm tired. This job is repetitive. I've been doing it too long. There's something better across the street. My friend is doing better on the other side of the country. Yada, 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 right? And Hector will always give me the same recipe to deal with my problems. And that was a fact. He would always tell me, Ishmael, sales solve problems. If it's too hot, sell more and it's not going to be that hot. If you're tired, sell more and you won't be tired. If you miss your girlfriend, sell more and you won't miss her. If your friends are doing well in their business across the country, if you sell more, like that problem will go away. And I was making up problems that took so much of my energy and my stress, but Hector always gave me a fact that no matter whose opinion it is, by you selling more, the fact is problems go away. So he will always give me that recipe. He's like, dude, that's a fact. And he will always use that statement. That's a fact. The more you sell, the less problems you will have. So he never explained the difference between a fact and a problem. But I got very comfortable bringing up fake problems. And he was very comfortable giving me a very assertive fact. So when I linked those two together, and in entrepreneurship, we also make excuses, entrepreneurs. People regard us as like we're perfect and we're just so tough and alpha. But many nights I cried. Many days I made excuses not to go to work. Yeah. And I learned to play with those two words, fact and a problem, and understand the difference very well. So now when some of my employees come and give me an excuse, or they tell me they have a problem, I bring them to my whiteboard and I put on one side fact or problem. So, okay, I don't have enough money to pay rent. Okay, is that a problem or is that a fact? It's a problem, right? Because it can be fixed. How can you fix that? Well, you need to work some more, right? You can't be coming back to complain to me, but you took 2 days off last week. That's a problem that you can fix. Right. A fact is, hey, I'm short. Yeah, I'm short. What do you want me to do? I'm 5'9". Can't do anything about it. Right? If I treat it like a problem, then I'll get down on myself on something that I cannot change. Mm-hmm. Right? But if there's something I can change, well, let's make a plan, let's get to work, and let's make it happen. Right? Or as Hector will say, go sell more, and it will solve your problems. Right? So that's where that I don't know what you would call idea or mindset. Or analogy or mindset has come from, that I kind of pieced together as I was dealing with some problems in the business. Yeah.
Sounds like a great course for Zebra University.
I like it.
Talk to us for a second about the organizational structure of the business, because you mentioned that some people have the opportunity to move up in the business, and there's some businesses that obviously they can't handle more management. So how have you kind of structured your business to handle more management positions and more opportunities other than technicians and an owner?
For sure. So let me tell you a little background on Zebra. When Zebra started, I was surrounded by a bunch of my friends from door to door. Door-to-door salesmen, or salesmen in general, are horrible business owners because they think of business as sales. It's very different. There's a lot of components to business. Mm-hmm. Sales, you only have one component. Sell. Yeah. Right? They underestimate operations. They look down at operations. They hate human resources. They don't understand accounting. They don't care for legalities. All they care is more. More sales, more deals, and they think that everything is fixed by doing more of everything, right? More employees, more money. Yeah, but it also creates a bigger operational problem and a bigger liability when it comes to legalities and accounting and human resources, right? So I had all these friends, and I pitched my idea, and in my business plan is, and was and still is, and will always be a great plan. If I lay it down in paper, you'll say, gosh, that's genius. When it's time to go do it, it's very different, right? So when I started, I had a business partner who later on quit. I had a bunch of people that had interest in getting started with me, and before they even started, they quit. So there was a time when I started Zebra where I was literally on my own. I was running the business out of the trunk of my car, and I did everything. I picked up the phone for customers. I was the sales guy. At nights I would go and pick up product, and then during the days I was the one doing the cleaning. So I learned how to do absolutely everything in my business, and I learned how to do it very well. When I hired my first couple employees, I taught them how to do everything. Then I brought one of my friends with me, and I told him, "Hey, dude, I want you to be one of my managers." And he said, "Oh, that's awesome." The second I asked him to go clean a house, he quit. So that day, I made a rule that anybody that works for me, they have to, I don't care who you are, they have to clean homes for 3 months. Right? So right now, I actually, he has become one of my partners. He has a piece of the business. A friend of mine who had a startup tech company in the Bay Area, he said, "Hey, I like the growth of your business. I think that's a great industry to be in. Can I be a part of it?" And I said, "Yes." So when he moved his family from San Francisco to Phoenix, family of 3, he relocated completely. Day one, I was like, "All right, for the next 3 months, you're going to be cleaning homes." And he looked at me, he's like, "All right." And when he said yes, I was like, "Okay, awesome. I want that guy."
Yep.
Yes. But I had a lot of guys that had said, "All right, well, you're going to come work with me." They're like, "Awesome. So where's my office?" I'm like, "Well, you don't have an office. Your office is cleaning homes." "Oh, no, I'm not going to go clean homes." Right? So rule number 1, if you want to work with me, you have to go clean homes. I don't care. Dirty toilets, long days, hard work. Because if you understand that, then you will understand our people. Right? So from there, we have just little escalators, right? You go from being a cleaner to being a team leader, which you get a little bit more responsibility. You're in charge of some of communication with the customer. You talk to them, you communicate, you have to be accountable. They're very responsible for the quality of the work. Then the next level is every 4 teams, we have a supervisor. And that supervisor serves as a helper to the teams. We're moving all across the valley. So in the move, there's always something that is needed. And they have one person that they can go to instead of calling me. Right. So then every 2 supervisors, we have a manager. And then that manager pretty much runs all the people, all the servicing, which is our heaviest piece of the business. We have 2 people at the office that take care of sales and customer service. And then I have some other helpers around the business that help us with all of the financial accounting, legal stuff,
right.
Human resources. But that's pretty much how it's constructed. And I'm trying to build it so that we can replicate it and we can in time franchise it.
Right.
So it should be like that. It's going to be a manager, 3 supervisors, 12 teams. And then 2 people at the office, and that's it.
Yeah. And
then we'll have a headquarters that will pretty much handle the back end of a lot of it. And then me, because I have a passion for marketing, I do all the marketing for the business.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you figure out that structure over time on your own to find like that sweet spot of people?
Yeah, that structure has changed 10 times in a week. Yeah, it was just, I thought it was one way, but then it was a different way.
Right.
Yeah, trial and error. And I made a lot of mistakes. I hired and I had great people that worked for me that I did not put them in the right seat, that I did not help them the way they needed, and I lost great people. I've also brought in people that put them in great seats that they didn't measure up, and I'm glad that we have such a great culture that we weed them out. But I think I'm still trying to learn it. I don't know if it's still fully developed. I'm sure in the next few months some changes will be made to our leadership and our structure.
I want you to be able to take a couple minutes and tell us about the actual business which you guys offer, just for our customers listening that might be interested in zebra cleaning. So tell us, from a cleaning perspective, what you guys do, what you guys can offer for homes.
Perfect. So pretty straightforward. Zebra Cleaning, we have our largest division, that's home cleaning. So we offer residential cleaning services, a variety of different services, from a one-time deep clean. About 80% of our customers are recurring customers, so we do either monthly, bi-weekly, or weekly services. We also have a sister company called Orca Cleaning, and we do commercial cleaning, and that's anything that is not a home that falls under commercial cleaning.
Gotcha. And
then we recently added window cleaning and carpet cleaning. So pretty much any cleaning needs for any home, we can pretty much handle it. We have excellent relationships with other service providers in the area: pest control, pool cleaning, HVAC. So what we like to do is we like to become almost as if we were the concierge of services. So we do have a privilege with the customer that we get to see him on a bi-weekly basis for 2 hours at a time.
Yeah.
So we have a very strong relationship with all of them, so they trust us really well.
Mm-hmm.
So we can always point them on the right direction to where to acquire services. So yeah, I mean, at Zebra Cleaning, we do home and commercial cleaning services, window cleaning, carpet cleaning, and then recently we just introduced our line of solar panel cleaning services. Mm-hmm. So we got a group of guys that get up on the roof and make those panels look good and perform better. Anybody listening can find us at zebrahomecleaning.com. We're very active on Instagram, so at zebra.cleaning. Facebook, they can find us as well. And yeah, we'd love to take care of anybody looking for cleaning. We're also extremely involved with the community. We've done a couple fundraisers. We're actually working with the city of Gilbert to help raise some money for the fallen police officer. A sad story that happened here in the community. Yeah. So Zebra will be helping with that. We're very involved with the Phoenix Children's Hospital, and we've helped in a number of situations. So we like to be involved with the community. So anybody that has a service project, a fundraiser, something where Zebra can step in and help out a little bit, please reach out to us, and we'd love to be a part of it.
Love that. Do you mind quickly giving us a rundown of COVID and how that has affected your business, because you're in the homes? Was that an issue for customers?
Well, yeah, let me tell you, and I hope all of my pro-COVID people, I apologize for what I'm going to say, and my non-pro-COVID, against COVID, they will love what I'll say, but biggest blessing we've experienced in our business was COVID. COVID was a great thing for us. March of last year, we took a big hit. We went from numbers were steadily growing to all customers gone. Yeah. And I think all of us were unsure. There was so much uncertainty, a lot of fear. So all customers called and canceled their services.
Wow.
And that's about the time where I was getting comfortable sitting at a desk. And that came and shook me, and I was like, all right, time to get back to work. So ever since, I never put on a shirt and dress pants ever again. So what I did is I started working super hard. I started knocking doors. Telling people, hey, if you need any cleaning services. I started at nights, I would go and study how to combat viruses and bacteria. So I started getting a hold of products and learning the procedures on how to correctly disinfect a facility, whether it be commercial or residential. There was a scarcity of products, so I was looking for alternative products. So yeah, we did suffer quite a bit. So what we did was being 100% proactive with it. So before people would ask us about it, we had the answer to their questions. So we would reach out to all of our customers, let them know we were, disinfecting the equipment. We were checking temperatures of employees. We were using hand sanitizer. We were wearing gloves, a mask. Everything to try to ease them up. So after a couple months, while I was knocking, I built up a customer base. But then my old customer base came back. So over a month, we just skyrocketed. And ever since, our service has been a very popular service. People like things clean now more than ever, and that's the only one piece of business that I can say I got a little lucky, because the rest we did have to work really hard for. But that one piece, I was like, gosh, that worked for us. Yeah. So yeah, the COVID was definitely challenging. A lot of changes made, a lot of hard work, but one of the best things that has ever happened to us.
Yeah. For sure. But hey, luck only comes when you're doing the right things and in the right places, right?
I hope so. Yeah, sure. But that's, of all things, I hate when people say, hey, oh, you got lucky. I hate that term. Yeah. That or the must be nice, right? when I tell them I have my own business, they're like, oh, must be nice to be your own boss. And I was like, gosh, I hate when they say that. Or when they say, well, you got lucky with something, right? Yeah. But that's the only piece where I can look back and just give the credit and say, maybe we got a little lucky with that. Mm-hmm. So, definitely a crazy year for all of us entrepreneurs.
Do you find yourself spending more time cleaning your pool than you spend swimming in it? Then you need to get in touch with Flamingo Pools. Flamingo Pools is your go-to swimming pool maintenance and repair company in the East Valley. Whether it's weekly maintenance, repairs, green to cleans, or one-time cleanings, Flamingo Pools is there to take care of you. Here's a few things that makes Flamingo Pools stand out from the crowd. When you first sign up for service, they'll give you a free complimentary inspection of the pool to make sure everything is running smoothly. They'll also email you a service report with a picture attached after every visit so you know when your pool has been cleaned. They also offer a mineral treatment, which will keep your chemical levels down, allowing you to have a healthier bathing experience. At Flamingo Pools, they know that your pool was made to be enjoyed, so let them handle the rest. Check them out at azflamingopools.com or give them a call at 480-422-6013. Mention this podcast and get your first month of weekly maintenance free. That's azflamingopools.com and 480-422-6013. For sure. Thanks for sharing that. Talk to us a bit more. You mentioned franchising, but what else is on the horizon? What's kind of the future 5-year, 10-year plan for zebra cleaning moving forward?
Yeah, so I've got a couple things cooking right now. We are in the midst of opening our second office. This will be, right now our main office is in Mesa, which we service the entire valley. We have about 150 customers in West Valley that is just very costly for us to service so far away. Mm-hmm. So we're in the process of opening an office either West Phoenix, Glendale area to be able to service the growing community out there. We also have our eyes on Henderson, Nevada. Great market to be in, and there's a very high demand for cleaners. There's a scarcity of cleaners. Mm-hmm. So we feel like if we walk in, we will just immediately take off. Wow. My team is working on that. Recently, we paid a lot of attention to the commercial space. So I have one of my main managers invested 100% into developing all of our commercial side. We want to grow. Right now, we're not bringing we're about $150,000 a year in commercial, and we want to 10 times that in the next year. And it's grown organically. We haven't really gone after any businesses. Mm-hmm. We feel that if we put some attention to that, we can definitely take off with commercial. And then
a lot of those commercial contracts then come from your residential customers?
100%. Other than probably one, residential customers ask me, do you do businesses too? And back in COVID, I was like, yes, I'll do anything. Yeah. I was cleaning cars. With my background experience, I literally got a little pump, and I'll tell the neighbors, hey, I'll spray for you bucks if you give me $20. I had no money. So that's how those came. They would ask me, and I said yes to everything. Whatever it was, sure, I'll do it. I'll be a clown at your kid's party, right? So that's how all of them, maybe except one or two, came up. So we're trying to put together a good, aggressive business plan to do well in the commercial space. Mm-hmm. So I have a manager and partner that runs all of my residential side. I have a manager and partner that runs all of my commercial side. And then me right now, I've been very, very focused on the solar energy side of it. So we're working a lot in creating a maintenance plan to help the growing demand of solar energy here in the valley. So me personally, I'll be very invested in that in the next couple of probably years. But I'm all across the board helping the other companies as well. For sure.
And you mentioned that these aren't only managers but partners as well.
Correct.
So do they have equity or a profit share? So what went into the decision to not only saying, hey, I want to make you a manager, I'm going to give you this salary or pay you this much, but to also give them a chunk of the business as well?
Well, I think I want them to succeed. I want them to have something for them and their families. I want them to build something for themselves and not just for me. And I thought that if I can give them something to build with me, the amount of buy-in, the passion, the excitement to build it will be a lot higher than if they're just an employee. Yeah. Number one. Number two, when I hired these guys that I had no money in the middle of COVID, I underpaid them like crazy. I overworked them and underpaid them. And I said, these guys have earned, they build the business, they deserve a piece of it, period. And while a lot of my entrepreneur friends critique me and they don't agree with me on that, I said those guys build it as much as I did and they deserve a piece of it. They deserve that's as much as is theirs as it is mine. And I love it, and I get a lot of fire on that, but I love it and I wouldn't change it. And I'm looking forward to meeting more great people that are wanting to partner up, and we'll give them an opportunity to build a business for them and their families in the future.
And I'm sure it gives them, having skin in the game, it gives them more of a desire to grow the company as well, having that. And it just goes that abundance mindset, like you mentioned. Correct. And there's enough for everyone, and then when you're all working together, you end up being able to do more than you ever could have on your own. Exactly.
Yeah, and I think that's why we've been very, very dominant in the valley. I mean, we quickly became the largest and the fastest growing cleaning company in the area. And I think it comes from that abundance mindset. I think the more we can share, I find it funny with my competitors. They don't like to talk to each other, and I love being friends with them. I've gone out to lunch with all of them. I ask them if I can do anything to help them out. Sometimes we're extremely booked, so we send them referrals, and I say, hey, well, there's a house, go clean it. And they're just so confused when I give them work. They're like, what, do you want to cut it? I'm like, no, I don't need money. Because that lead, if I don't take it, it's going to go to waste.
Yeah.
Here you go. You got it. And a good friend of mine, Karina, I love her. She has a cleaning company in West Valley. Sometimes she's understaffed. And literally me, the owner of the company, and my main manager, we go and help her out. And then at the end, she's like, well, let me pay you for that. And I'm like, no, that's good. Friends help friends. And she's always like, okay. So it's worked great, right? It's been good karma for us. It's been a good exercise of abundance for us. And it keeps us happy, and it keeps us giving, and it keeps us grateful for what we have. So yeah, my little partnership program, I love it. It can get a little complicated sometimes, but I love it, and I think it's fair, and we look forward to continue to grow with that model.
That's awesome. You love marketing. You love growing a business. You love people. There's so much of the business aspect of being an entrepreneur that you love. What would you say is your single favorite part of being an entrepreneur is?
That's a good question. It'll be hard for me to pick one. But I just love seeing something be born and then grow. I do have a problem in my business that I'm good at starting it, seeing it grow, and then wanting to go and start and see something grow, right? Mm-hmm. So I need to have people that will help me fall through and complete it towards the end. So I'm more of a starter. Yeah. That's what I love. I love it. And sometimes when I just can't start something myself, I'm looking for people that are wanting to start something, and I ask them, how can I help you? I'll get in there with you. Let's start it. I want to see it be born. Yeah. And I want to see it grow, and that's my drug. That's what I love. And within my business, the one thing that I love the most, and probably what I can pride myself the most, is our branding. Our brand is just so slick. It's so sexy. For sure. We are the coolest cleaning company in Arizona by far. And I will tell that to every competitor to their face, right? And we're cool, and the girls love it, and they love wearing their uniforms, and they love their swag, and we love our vehicles, and our people compliment our vehicles. So that's the one thing that I'm super proud on the name, the brand, the logos, the colors. Like, Zebra Cleaning is definitely the coolest cleaning company in Arizona, and I dare to say in the country. So that's something we're really proud, and we get really happy about it.
And that's a bold statement. Coolest in the country.
Gosh, we can spend another hour talking about this, right? But 2-3 weeks ago, we were in Dallas, Texas, me and my management team, for a home cleaners conference. So a bunch of home cleaning business owners come together. We didn't have enough hours in the day to get compliments from people on our branding and on our marketing and on the way we've grown. I hate to say this, and I hope Debbie Sardone, which is the person that puts together, doesn't hear this, but we stole the show. And we stole the show by our single presence. We were happy cleaners. We were not stressed out cleaners. We were growing cleaners. We were cleaners that understood facts, and we were not dwelling in problems. Yeah. We were a team. We were not selfish, right? So, yeah, you can say, and I will probably just kind of pride myself a little bit more, but we're very unique in that way in the cleaning industry. So going to those conferences and gatherings of a lot of cleaning business owners give us the clarity that yes, we are the best in Arizona, and I dare any cleaning company in the country to come challenge us on that. And I would love for that, so that I can bump it up and do even better, because I know we can still do a lot better than what we're doing.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
I didn't even ask, but where did the name Zebra come from?
Zebra, it's 100% a marketing. It's not a cleaning name, it's a marketing name. So if you close your eyes and you think of zebra, an animal will come to your mind, and you'll forever remember that. The zebra print, whether I show you the full animal or just the print, you will always remember it. So if you see a car drive by really fast, 60 miles per hour on the freeway, you'll remember that. If it said Maria's Pristine Cleaning Company LLC, you'll forget that for sure. Yeah. So Zebra is also a name that swings in any direction for any service. So if tomorrow I want to add AC repairs, I can call it Zebra AC Repairs. If I want to start doing car detailing, I can call it Zebra Car Detailing. Yeah. So it opens the spectrum to add more services to our suite of services. So it's 100% of marketing. And then also it's a very cost efficient brand because it's black and white. So I always find white shirts and black shirts for uniforms.
Yeah.
I always find white cars and black cars for the company. Pretty much everything you can find it in black and white. So
That's
I can
genius.
keep my colors very consistent. I have these competitors that use a very unique blue or a very bright pink.
Yeah.
So their cars are one pink and the uniform of one cleaner is one pink and a different shade for a different one. So it breaks the consistency.
Yeah.
But white and black is the
Black
same
and
shade
white,
no matter
yeah.
what it is. So you come to our office, everybody's wearing black head to toes. Managers wear a white shirt and then the embroidery is the same. It's white on black or black on white.
Yeah.
Our vehicles are all white and we have 2 that are black. So it keeps it very consistent. It keeps it very clean. It keeps it very slick, modern-ish. And it's also very cost-effective if you ask me. Printing everything black and white is cheaper than printing in color. So even our business cards and flyers are a lot cheaper than most people's, right?
Yeah.
So
No,
that's where the zebra came from.
That's absolute genius. Was that all planned beforehand?
Yeah. Well, I had like 10 different names.
Yeah.
I was gonna call it Delta Cleaning, Neon Cleaning, which actually the solar company that I have is called Neon Solar.
Okay, so
I
you ended
recycled
up
that
using
name.
it, yeah.
I was wanting to call it Lime Cleaning, but I was like, well, lime we're gonna need a bright green, which is gonna complicate things. And then what I did is I had 3 names on every letter of the alphabet. So if you go through the alphabet, you start with A and you end with Z, right? And zebra was the third of the 3 options I had. So I literally had to go through over 100 different names to come up with the one. Boom, that's the one. So I still have that notebook somewhere, and I have 3 names on every letter of the alphabet.
Wow.
And it was literally the second to last name that I was like, I think this is it.
That's crazy.
That's
That's persistence. Yeah.
that's how the name came about. Yeah.
Okay. As we're closing up here, Ismael, you've shared so much great advice with us. I'm curious if you had one more piece of advice to leave with our listeners, maybe specifically towards a new entrepreneur getting started in business. What would you share?
I think, and I'll read it off my phone, but just our core values. The core values at Zebra, it's the best advice not only an entrepreneur but a person can live up to, right? And they've been very well thought out. But we believe at Zebra that teamwork is the best way of accomplishing the most. So working as a team, even if you're a solo entrepreneur, surround yourself by a group of people that will always give you ideas, will give you encouragement, will give you good energy. That's been a game changer for me. Integrity, never compromise integrity for $1. And I've never done that and I will never will. Right? I think my integrity and just being able to sleep at night is more important than any amount of money. Accountability, that's super important. Just be accountable to your team and also expect your team to be accountable. That's a big thing for us. Hard work, I'm not a very talented guy, but I can outwork a bunch of talented people. So hard work has put me in great places in my life. And ambition, that's my favorite one. Ambition, the word ambition, I think is very misinterpreted. Most people think of ambition as the desire to get more money. But I like to look at ambition as desire of having more friends, desire of doing more good, desire of helping more people, desire of learning more, reading more books, working more hours a day. I like to practice ambition in everything I do in my life, not just when it comes to money. And then respect, I like to make sure I respect others, I respect the workplace, but always most important, respect myself. And then the last one, which is a big catalyst of happiness in my life, which is gratitude. So I think we live in an era where we are attached to our phones. We look through Instagram. We see what our friends are posting on Facebook. We see these YouTubers. And it's really easy for us to compare ourselves. And comparison is definitely a thief of happiness. So gratitude is the prescription that can counter, comparison. So every second I've been grateful for what I have. It brings tears to my eyes to see how much goodness and abundance I have around my life. And every time I compare myself, I feel like I feel belittled and I feel less than other people and I feel just the happiness is taken away. So it's not one thing, but it's 7 things that we practice at Zebra that I'm sure it will help any entrepreneur. Oh, for sure. As they're trying to get out there and helping. And what I would say is we need more of that. We need more entrepreneurs. I'm an immigrant. most immigrants come here wanting to work. And I will say even to my fellow immigrants that we need more entrepreneurs. We need more people to take the lead. We need more people to create jobs.
Yeah.
We need more creativity out there. We need somebody bold that will make crazy statements and then go out there and live up to them. I think we need more of that. What I will say to fellow entrepreneurs is go do it. We need you. We're excited to see more entrepreneurs be born. We're excited to see people grow their business. And I'm pretty sure many entrepreneurs, and especially myself, we're happy to help any future or current entrepreneurs be better. So if any of them want any help and I can be of help to anybody, have them hit me up on Instagram at Ismael, is ISMAELMM. Hit me up and I would love to help in any way.
Love it. Well, listen, this has been amazing, and I'm going to dub you the professor. Okay? We've been taught by the professor today, and to all our listeners, don't just listen to this once. You listen to it once, you're going to get your bachelor's degree. Listen to it twice, you'll get your master's degree. Listen to it 3 times, you'll be a doctor. Okay,
Thank you.
We've been taught by a professor.
Yeah.
And it's been a great conversation.
For sure. Yeah, we could go on for hours.
I know. We'll definitely have to do a round 2.
Oh,
Give me
100%.
6 months to go put in some work, and then maybe I get some better nuggets of information next time.
For sure. Awesome. We are going to respect your time and the time that you've spent with us so far. So we're going to wrap up here. Before we do, we have a quick little game we're going to play with you. We have a list of 20 questions that we're going to ask you. You have a minute to answer as many of them as you can. So it'll just be rapid fire. We'll see how many you can get in the minute and how you compare to other guests we've had on the show. You can go ahead and start us off in 3, 2, 1.
Your dream vacation.
Dubai.
First thing you'd buy if you won $1 million.
Ferrari 430.
Favorite hobby.
Sheesh, going out to eat.
If there was an Olympic competition for everyday activities, what activity would you have a good chance at winning a medal in?
Working with people.
A song you've been jamming to lately.
Oh, that's a tough one though. There's one called Location by Karol G.
If you lived to be 100, would you rather have the mind or the body of your prime self?
Mine. 100%.
Your favorite holiday.
Christmas.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Strawberry.
Favorite fictional character.
Ooh, that's a tough one though. Alf.
Favorite smell?
Gosh, my Mexican tacos always.
What's your nickname?
My nickname is Latino Heat.
Pet peeve?
When I'm talking to someone and they're looking at their phone.
We got to do one more question because you said your hobby's food. So your favorite restaurant?
Gosh, I have so many. Here in Arizona, probably my favorite has to be Cafe Monarch.
Where's that?
It's in Scottsdale. Ultra high end, but it's a fun experience to. That's an anniversary place, a birthday kind of place. I took my wife there for her birthday, and it was just very, very unique. But I don't know. We were just in Cancun 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks. I can't remember. 2 weeks ago, and we had dinner at this just one of a kind place, tiny little place, 4 tables, and the chef prepares every meal, and it's the best food I've ever had in my life. I mean, just blown away. So, and then I have a favorite place in every city that I lived in. I have a favorite place. So that's always a tough one because I can't really pick one.
Yeah.
Can any of the local Mexican restaurants compete with tacos?
No.
So you just kind of stay away from that because I can do anything better than they can, huh?
Well, not that I can do it better, but I had better than that, right? There's a place called Tacos Orientales in Chihuahua, where I'm from, and there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
And everybody can come and tell me this or that, but in my eyes, that's my first love, and I'll stick to it. You know, I tried a lot, and there's a lot of great Mexican food places here, but I wouldn't even put them on the same sentence as those tacos back home. It's just
Tacos Orientales, no?
Tacos Orientales, yeah. Which, if you guys, I'll say this. Most people have tried pastor tacos. Everybody likes them. That's a very Mexican staple. There's a documentary on Netflix called Taco Chronicles. And the very first step, it's pretty much talks about the history of every type of taco in Mexico, right? You need to watch the first episode. Talks about pastor tacos. Orientales means oriental. Yep. Oriental tacos, right? When you watch that one, you will say, that's what they're called, tacos orientales.
Okay.
Homework. That's homework for you guys.
That's my homework.
It's a fun.
Professor is giving us more homework. That's
well,
good.
it's super unique. I mean, you watch that and it just blows your mind. You're like, oh, duh, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So, but even me, born and raised in Mexico and growing up with that food, it was just, like it just connected the dots. So
Yeah.
That's a fun little thing for the weekend to watch. So.
Okay, will do. Put it on the homework list.
Yeah.
You already shared with us, where everyone can connect with you online. But I know you had a special offer for our listeners too. So if you could quickly just tell us about that.
Yeah. So we like to offer our friends when they give us a call and they mention the podcast, we'll give them $50 off their service. We want to make sure that we take really, really good care of you, like we do with all of our customers. But we want to give you a little something sweet there and sweeten the pot and do a better pricing for them. So regardless of the size of the home, we'll do $50 off when they mention the podcast.
Awesome.
So, yeah, give us a call, and once again, we'd love to take care of them. And whether it's not them, recently we had a lot of people do a gift card for grandma, grandpa, for mom, for a friend that is. I mean, it's a very unique gift, right? Yeah. Flowers will go to waste very soon. But if you do a home cleaning, I mean, a shake down top to bottom of your house, I like to see my business as we're not just selling cleaning, we're selling, we give you time. Right. So imagine give mom 6 hours of relief that she doesn't have to clean the house and send her to get a massage or something. Whatever. Anyway. I'm just going to stop.
Okay, Ismael, thank you again so much for coming on, sharing all your knowledge with us. Minds have definitely been blown. And like we said, listen to this a couple times. You'll learn something every time. So thank you again so much for being on here today. And to our listeners, we will catch you all next week. Hey guys, thanks so much for listening. Just a few things before we go. First off, if you or someone you know is an entrepreneur in the East Valley, we'd love to have you on the show. Please get in touch with us by emailing us at localhustlerspodcast@gmail.com or DM us on Instagram at localhustlerspodcast. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn for the latest news and updates. Also, if you enjoyed the show, please take a few seconds to rate and review and hit that subscribe button. It lets us know how we're doing, it helps us grow so we can reach more locals, entrepreneurs, and help small businesses grow. Thanks, guys.